Hi everyone, Nina here. Thanks for joining me today so we can create together this beautiful vacation card that we created for Art Impressions. So let's just begin. So I started with stamping my images using Seize the Day set and the travel bags. I used Memento Tuxedo black ink and my mini Misti to stamp the images since I'm going to color with Copics and the Memento Tuxedo black ink is Copic friendly. I'm then going to remove it from my mini Misti and start coloring. Note that I did separate the trees from each other. They were actually one image, but I did try to stamp them twice so they can give me two trees because I want to place them separately on my card. So you're going to find all the shades of the Copics that I'm going to use on the blog post, which I'm going to leave linked down below. Also, along with all the products, materials, and the tools that I'm going to use today, they're all linked down below in the description if you want to check them. So I usually start with my darkest shade with Copic markers and then go to the mid-tone and then end up with the lighter tone. Sometimes if the area is smaller, I would use only two shades from each color. Also, do follow me on Instagram. I do leave a lot of Copic combos and mini videos of how I color some images. I'll leave my Instagram account also linked down below. See how beautiful everything is. It's beautiful images, really. So same thing, I'm gonna start with my darkest color, go with the mid-tone, and then finish with the very light tone to give the highlight. And these are the browns I used for this tree, and then I'm going to finish the same thing on the rest of the trees. Also here, I'm using this bag. This is a smaller area, so I'm just using two pinks. One is the darkest color at the edges where it would cast a shadow, and then the lighter one, I would color the rest of the bag. I thought adding yellow over here for this bag is gonna really complement the pink, so I did make the handle from yellow and the tags from very light brown, very close to orange. So this is how everything looks at the end. Such a beautiful stamp set. So over here, I'm going to show you how I did cut all around each chair alone because all the chairs with the umbrella were one image. So I did cut all around it, and that left just a little lines on the side because they were connected, where they were connected. So I am using my white gel pen to just color over these things. It's not gonna show on this image, but it's gonna show on the other chair with the umbrella. I'm gonna bring it closer. It's just not really showing. Look, my hand from the coloring. It's not gonna show this, but I'm gonna bring closer the other one, and look, you can hardly see any lines left. So here I wanted to show you how I actually store all the, so this is actually how I want to place my trees. They were originally like this, leaving the space, round space in the middle for the chairs, but I actually want to place them like this, pointing outside, swapping the trees together. I wanted to show you, this is how I store all my journal template dies and their add-ons. I have this box from Art Impressions. It's just the perfect size, and these are all the packages for all of the sets that I did actually was able to place in one box for Art Impressions, and still I can add way more. I will also leave this box linked down below if you want to check any of them, and it's the perfect size for the journal itself. When you complete the journal, you can place it in this box. So here is the part where I'm choosing what to, because this is a little scene that I thought I'm gonna use the frames from the journal template. dies. So this is a perfect one. This was a die for Halloween. It has this irregular edges, and I thought I'm gonna make it the background for my scene. To start off, I'm going to place just roughly where the images need to be, and then I'm gonna use masking tape, and I'm gonna cover the part that I don't want to show because I want to create the sand below, and this is where the line of the sand should stop. So I'm removing now the images, and then I'm bringing two of my distress ink colors. I'm going to use Vintage Photo and Tea Dye. I'm gonna leave them linked down below. So I am gonna start with the light one, cover the whole area with the light one, and then use the darker one just around the edges to give this fun contrast between both the colors. I'm gonna go back and forth with both the colors until I'm happy with how it looks. Then I'm gonna gently remove the masking tape and place it on the sand so I can now create the sea. To create the sea also, again, I'm going to place my images so I know exactly where I want the sea to look. I don't want the line of the sea to end exactly where the chairs end or where the umbrella starts. I want it to be somehow in the middle. So here I placed my chairs, and then I got another masking tape and placed it where I want the sea of the line to be. And then I'm again gonna bring two colors to blend. I think here I'm using chipped sapphire and broken china. I'm gonna check the colors and I'm gonna leave them linked down below. I remember that they were two colors. So this is peacock feather, and the other one I don't remember, could be tumbled glass. So I am gonna blend between both of them until I'm really happy with how they look. Again, gently I'm going to remove the masking tape, and I'm gonna place it for the last time over here to create the sky. For the sky, I used the tumbled glass, very, very, very little of, I don't want the sky color to blend with the sea. So I'm trying to make it very light since the sea was very dark. And then I'm gonna bring a darker shade of blue and go all around the edges. Maybe I'm not gonna do it here, but I will do it later. Again, blue all around the edges so it looks more vibrant. Here I did smush the ink pads that I use for the sand and for the sky, and I did dilute them with water. I just sprayed a little water, and then I'm using a painting brush, and I'm gonna take some of the ink and then just flick the brush on top of the area where I want it to be. Notice that I'm masking the areas that I don't want the splashes to cover. Very light flicks on the brush. And this is how it looks at the end. Look how the flicks of the brushes did create this beautiful visual texture all over my background. Now that I placed all my images where I want them to be, I'm gonna start gluing them. This is usually the easiest way for me to create the scene, so I know exactly where everything goes. I would place them where I want them to be and then glue each one and put it back. So I don't want to glue one part and then not find enough space for the other. So I would usually place all the images and then start gluing them. And I'm also using my reverse tweezer. It makes it very easy to hold the little images like this to make sure that I put them where I want them to be. And I'm gonna do the same thing for the rest of the images. I'm also using my Nuvo glue, which is a liquid glue. It helps me so much over here because the liquid glue gives you some room and time until you wiggle the image and place it where you want it to be. I'm gonna start a giveaway from today, and it's gonna run for 2 weeks to thank you all for all your support. It is going to be this stamp set and also including its dies. I'm gonna place the picture of it over here on the right side. It's one of the matchbook sets. It has all the images and the decorations that you would need to create a baby room. So cute. Check the description below where I left the steps how to enter the giveaway, and good luck. So this is the part where I use the darker blue color to go all around the edges of the sky. It will make the background panel pop against the rest of the layers that I'm gonna place underneath. So I did cut 2 other panels using the same die from the Halloween add-on of the journal template, and I'm gonna layer them on top of each other. So let me just show you how the panel ended up. Such cute images, so cute. So this is the part where I layered the other panel behind. It's just a blank white one. And I used one of my dies to create this frame. It's from just blue cardstock. I did place my background panel on top of it, but it was crooked and I didn't like it. I thought it was already crooked layers. So I thought I'll place it straight, and it left a little mark, but once I put these, it's not gonna show. It did have a cut underneath, but it's not gonna show. So here I decided to place the white layer at the back straight inside the frame, and the only crooked one will be the top panel. And then I'm gonna place the whole thing on a bigger card base, scrap of paper that I also used my double stitched dies to cut the bigger panel. And then I used these little dies, I think it's from Sizzix, I'll leave it linked down below. They cut the letters so I can create the words that I want, and I did cut the word paradise, which we are gonna stick at the bottom where the white empty area of the card is. So I'm gonna take them one by one. I always do this when I'm layering the letters next to each other to create a word. I put them how exactly I want them to be, either in a straight line or like whimsical look, like what I'm going for here. I place them exactly where I want, and then I use my reverse tweezer to take a letter by letter, glue it, add the glue, and then attach it where it should be. It makes it very easy for me to place the letters spaced how I want them to be, fit in the center of the card, and then I just apply my glue. I use liquid glue always here because it will give me room and time to move the letter and place it exactly where I want it to be. So, and then I'm gonna do the same thing for the rest of the letters. I'm gonna take my time and do it, but I'm just gonna go cut forward over here so I don't make this video long, but it was exactly the same process for all the letters. I would take it with my tweezer, apply the glue, and then attach it where I want it to be. Here I also thought I'll place, for fun, I'll place the word sun on top, so they're actually complementing each other, the word sun and paradise. Since I applied pink at the bottom, I also thought I'll apply pink at the top. And again, I'm bringing my little dies from the journal and journal add-ons. I'm choosing some stuff to decorate around my card, some banners, and also this dies that creates a tab. I'm gonna show you it now. This is the mini frame, and this is the tab. You just fold it like this. This is the dies that creates it. So cute. Such a cute little tab, and it's really versatile. You can use it a lot, but I would also start by gluing all the tabs together so they're ready for me to use, because I'm gonna take my time and place them in different places and place the different colors in different places until I'm finally happy with how it looks. So I want them all to be glued and ready for me to start playing around to check where I want it to be. I'm gonna start with this frame. I did cut it in half. I placed it for a fun look over here. I love the colors of this cardstock. It complements so much the rest of my scene. And I'm gonna place this banner over here, but I found that it's too long, that it's covering the word paradise. Then I'm gonna just cut a little bit of it to make it shorter, so when I place it underneath, it's not gonna cover the sentiment. And then again, I found another banner that looks like an arrow or something. And then I'm gonna place it on top of it. And then I'm gonna finish with two of the tabs. I thought the pink will contrast nice with the blue next to it. And then I'm placing this other yellow one and couple on the side. So after I placed everything where I want it to be, I'm gonna take my time and glue it. I did glue it off camera just to save some time. And this is how it looks. It's so cute. Then I did stamp and color, remember these bags from the travel add-on. And before I just glue the bag, I want to see where I want to place the glasses so I don't have to start over when I want to glue the glasses. And then I'm gonna also attach another bag on the other side in front of the other tree. So cute, such a cute image. A lot of little details that just make the project way cuter. And here I'm just using my glue for the little tiny glasses. And then I thought I really need to decorate around the word paradise. So I'm gonna bring my enamel dot collection and stickers. And I'm gonna add some around the word paradise. Later I'm gonna add few dots with my pink Copic marker. Over here I have my white gel pen, and I'm just sketching some lines here and there as highlights on all the images. It just makes the image sort of giving a 3D look. It just looks so pretty with the highlights on the sides of the images. I did place lines all over. And then this is the part where I'm gonna place some dots, because I really needed a small dot around the words, but the enamel dots were quite bigger. So I thought I'll just use the same Copic marker that I used for the darker shade on the bag, on the pink bag. And then I'm just gonna place random dots and tiny little circles here and there, so it doesn't look so empty. Since the top of the card is busy, we don't want the bottom of the card to be so empty. Look how everything looks so beautiful. And then I'm gonna bring a scrap of blue cardstock. It's almost the same blue as the color around the edges of the panel. And just gonna attach it on top of it, and look how beautiful everything is. It is so cute. I had so much fun creating this card with you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check below for the giveaway. Good luck and see you next time. Bye!